What's going on, everybody? Man-to-Man football here, covering the Cowboys. My boy over here covering Texas Longhorns and everything else football here on Man-to-Man football.
What is up, everybody? Man-to-Man football here. Today we are talking the wild card playoff round. Justin, we're going to take a look today and kind of make some, some pick'ems, some predictions, kind of run through the wild card games starting on Saturday. But the first game we are looking at today is going to be Indianapolis and Buffalo. Justin, real quick, man, who you got and what's your reason why?
Undoubtedly, I've got Josh Allen winning this game, simply for the fact the boy is hot and he is looking like a MVP, Dylan.
MVP.
So I think that the Colts will definitely have a chance here though as well with Jonathan Taylor and that committee of running backs coming through. But man, Josh Allen is going to be a tough one to stop. He has been on fire lately. Man, what do you think about them?
I completely agree. I think it's hard to bet against Josh Allen. I think you could even say, as we look forward into a couple weeks in advance, the Buffalo, they may really test the Chiefs when we get to that point in the playoffs. So I am leaning Buffalo here. I like Indy. Not the hugest fan of Phillip Rivers, but I think this is Buffalo all the way. So let's go ahead, man. Let's jump right into Pittsburgh and Cleveland. I guess shout out and acknowledge real quick the Cleveland Browns in the playoffs, man. Let's go, man. Who you got?
Oh man, this is a tough one for me because Pittsburgh was supposed to go 16-0 for me this season. But man, I really believe that the Cleveland Browns running game is just too strong for Pittsburgh to handle. And the way Pittsburgh has been playing, they were hot all season long up until about week 10, and after that they just kind of started to fall off the track and run out of gas, more or less to say. So I'm kind of leaning towards Pittsburgh is out of gas at this point.
Sure.
And I think Cleveland is just warming up, so hopefully they go a ways in the playoffs.
I think I'm going to go the other way, man. I think the Steelers made a statement with their comeback against the Titans. I'm sorry, with their comeback against the Colts to end the season to kind of, lock up that playoff spot and everything. And I think they are a team that has kind of slipped down the stretch, but they've kind of got the wake-up call here. They found a win. They came from behind on one, and hopefully that's, kind of building some momentum going forward for them.
Yeah, they don't have a choice. It's win out now. So
Absolutely.
Next up, Baltimore versus Tennessee. I am excited for this one, Dylan. What do you think?
I'm torn on this one, man. I am. I definitely am. I think Baltimore's hot right now. I haven't, always been the biggest fan of Lamar Jackson, but when the run game's going, man, it's hard to stop. But you can say the same for the Titans. I mean, this is going to be a slugfest of a game. I'm going to go Baltimore here. I think they start hot. I think the Titans all year have kind of started slow and put themselves in these, like, they have to come from behind miracle type of things all year. I don't think with the way the Ravens run the football, I think they're going to get a lead. They're going to be able to keep a lead. I don't think the Titans will have a chance here.
Yeah, I finally agree with you. Lamar Jackson is going to beat Tennessee.
There you go.
I
man.
do think Tennessee will keep this game close. They've got the hammer back there with Derrick Henry. Ryan Tannehill's your typical game manager style, but I do think that Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry give them a run for their money. But I believe that this is kind of a field goal game. I think the Ravens pull this one out.
A real close one then.
Yeah.
Okay. Right on. All right, man, let's jump right over to the NFC. One that I think we're fairly interested in, the Tampa Bay Bucks versus Washington, man. Who you got?
Ooh, this is a tough one for me. Simply for the fact of is Tom Brady has been hot lately. I think he's put 40 up the last two games. But man, this D line on Washington. The Washington did not play great against the Eagles. I'll tell you that week 17. But if this D line can produce against a non-mobile Tom Brady quarterback.
Real quick, guys, if you are enjoying the conversation, throw us a like, throw us a subscribe. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. All right, we're gonna throw y'all right back in.
They can definitely pull this game out. So I'm kind of in a tough spot, but I do think Tampa figures it out and finds a way to win. I think it'll be a wild finish if Washington can somehow sneak this one away, but I do think that Tampa walks away with the W here.
I agree with you there. I think when as somebody who has been a Tom Brady fan over his career, I think when you look at the one thing that really gives Brady fits, it's really good pass rush. Washington has that, so I
Oh yeah,
completely agree there. But I'm rocking the Bucks, man. I think they're the best team in the NFC as far as Super Bowl chances. I think they'll win. I don't think that the Washington has enough on offense. Alex Smith has enough. They're not going to be able to run the ball against the Bucks. Bucks have one of the best run defenses in the league. I think this is Washington. If it's close, or if Washington wins it all, it's because that D line dominated, like
yeah,
start to finish, and got after Brady, forced interceptions, things like that. But yeah, I think that's Washington all the way.
yeah.
Hey, let's go ahead and jump right into the Rams in Seattle, man. Who you thinking there?
Rams, Seattle. This is also another weird one for me, but I mean, you got to go with Danger Russ taking it away here. I don't know how healthy Jared Goff is. I do believe he has a thumb injury, so I'm sure he'll play. It's a playoff game. It's kill or be killed right now. So I do think the Seattle Seahawks, Russell Wilson, are going to pull this one out. No doubt in my mind. Russell will always keep every game close. The guy is a playmaker. He is a do-it-all quarterback. He'll probably be getting a Pat Mahomes deal here in the next couple years. So
Probably. They always keep him well paid. So
yeah,
again, I'm going with you here. Better quarterback wins, especially when the other quarterback's an undrafted free agent. If he ends up playing,
yeah,
not exactly sure what the situation is there. I think it's DK Metcalf all the way.
right.
Maybe he'll get the best of Ramsey for once, but he might not even need to. Seattle's going to walk away with that one. And then jump right into the Saints and the Bears, man. Who you thinking?
Absolutely, I think the Bears steal this one from the Saints.
Okay. Okay.
Simply for the fact of is the Bears have a dominant defense, and I do believe that Breeze tends to struggle against defenses that are pretty lockdownish, and then they produce a pass rush like no other. Um, Trubisky has been playing well lately. I'm not like This is kind of one of those picks where it's like for me, it really depends on how Trubisky plays. If Trubisky continues to play the way he has been, the
Yeah.
Bears have a chance to win. This team, we've talked about it all year. This team is solely dependent on their entire defense to keep them in games.
Right.
And all Trubisky has to do is game plan and produce, and get more or less get points on the board, whether that's 3 or 7. If they can slow down Kamara, which is a tough thing to do, we've seen it all year from teams. If they can slow down Kamara and Breeze, I think they have a shot at winning this game, and I think they do it this week.
Right on. And I'm gonna go the opposite for twice in this video. I don't care who your defense is. Kamara's unstoppable. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's going on. Hand it to him, throw it to him. Doesn't matter. I have said before, I think the Saints kind of fade away in the playoffs. Have these great regular seasons.
Yeah.
They don't fade away in wild card games. I mean, they give the playoffs a little bit of a run. They just never seem to make it to the Super Bowl. That's kind of what I was saying with that. But I do think the Saints will go ahead and handle the Bears here. Great defense and all that. Maybe a low-scoring game,
Yeah.
but I think Kamara is just too much to handle.
Yeah, Bears are my upset alert. That's the only one I got this wild card round, so that's the only one I got.
Do you have, just kind of looking at the list of your predictions, do you have one that you feel like is a guaranteed lock, like that one's 100%?
I can almost guarantee. I can almost guarantee that Tampa beats Washington. I think that's kind of my guarantee.
That's what I was thinking too.
it's that one, or I was actually thinking of Seattle beating the Rams.
Okay,
So
I like that.
those are my two locks for the wild card round. The other two are kind of like 50-50. The AFC looks extremely competitive. There's a couple teams that snuck. Well, one team specifically, the football team, has kind of snuck into the draft, snuck into the wild card round, and I mean, they had a rough season. The NFC in general was just rough. So
yeah, if I had to make kind of one of those guarantees, I think it's Tampa Bay. I'm riding Tom Brady all the way.
yeah.
That's my guy. When it's playoff time, he's at his best, and here we go.
Yeah, next week could be a different story, but we'll see. We'll see what they got.
Appreciate y'all checking out the channel, checking out the video. Man to Man Football here. Y'all stay tuned for more.